then this next guy is going to give you something to think about, an inspirational innovation story from Chris Gage. So Chris, if I can ask you to switch on and join us. Here he comes.
Great. Hi, guys. Yeah. Hi, Ed.
Great. Thank you.
Share my screen.
Once your wonderful face appears, I will hand over to you, but at the moment on my screen, you're still not there. So Chris, I know that you're linked to Jack and his work up that side, so I'm going to let you tell us, but at the moment, I still can't see you on screen. I don't know if anyone else can. There he is, and wonderfully coordinated t-shirt with me. Thank you. I'm going to hand over to you now, and then I'll join you at the end for a couple of questions, okay?
Great, thank you very much. Yeah, hi everybody. So my name's Chris Gage, and today I'm representing Joinmytown. And Joinmytown is a startup that helps build-to-rent operators attract and retain residents through a digital concierge and community solution. Okay, so who are we? So three of us in the team. We've got John and Pina, who are the founders of the company. So John heads up product and user experience, and Pina heads up the engineering side. I'm from IBM, so I've got specialism in emerging technologies like Internet of Things and AI. And one of the things I do is help startups get established with our products and services, and that's one of the things I'm doing here with Joinmytown. So what do we do? Well, Joinmytown is an in-home solution for build-to-rent operators and owners. So I'll come on to build-to-rent shortly and explain what that is. But basically, it helps tenants manage everything to do with their tenancy. Also helps them communicate with neighbours and create and join social events. And ultimately, what we're trying to do here is create happier residents, our customers' customers. Because happier residents means longer tenancies, and longer tenancies means greater rental yields. So it's a bit like the kind of entertainment centre you get in cars, but for the home. And 80% of cars now have a touchscreen. It's probably zero for homes at the moment, but we see that changing, and that we think that's the future. So a quick demo of our product. So it's the main screen where you get your notifications and key information that you can just see at a glance. We then also have a concierge feature, and this is AI driven. So you can ask it various questions, when's my rent due? Can I have people around to stay? Even things like, what can I have for dinner? And so, you can look in the fridge, see what you've got in there. And it looks up a large library of recipes and can find you something healthy, like give you the calorie count, so give you all the ingredients and tell you how to cook it as well. But we're all familiar with renting and the problems you can sometimes get with things stopping working. So another thing is it can walk you through that process. So for example, the lights aren't working. Is it just one light or a group? It's a group of lights, so it's not just the bulb. So it can walk you through, here's the consumer unit, make sure the switches are up. Did that fix the problem? No? Right, we need to get an electrician out to see. And so you can then go and book a slot that's convenient with you there and then. So much easier than 20 phone calls to your landlord. Then you can also chat with other residents, and it might be, you just moved in and you invite everyone around for a barbecue, something like that, to try and get those friendships going. And this is much more safe and secure than text, phone numbers, email addresses, social media, because you can guarantee that all those people you're speaking to are also in the same apartment block. Then you can also book social events and set them up as well. So running club, reading club. And then finally, you can do things like switch the lights and temperature room by room in your apartment. Okay, so that's a quick overview of the products. How's the business started? So it probably started around 2017. So I had a project with an Austrian brick manufacturer called Wienerberger. I won't go into the reasons why, because it's quite a long story, but they wanted to create a smart home platform to enable them to sell their bricks and see off the big trend, which was modular housing. And we looked at the market. Everything was very for smart homes was very consumer based. So your putting the burden on the consumer to buy the right kit, integrate it all, and install it. It's quite complicated, and very few people really go with perhaps the exception of the Echo, Amazon Echo and Alexa, which we're all familiar with. But other than that, it's not really kind of managed the hype that was out there. But we came out with this concept of building houses that were smart from the outset. So you just walk straight in and everything works from scratch. So on an industrial scale, so it's like industrial smart homes. But what we discovered from speaking to a variety of organisations and talking, developers, housing associations, house builders, there was some use to the Internet of Things stuff. We have it in our product now, but it's not the main benefit of the smart home. And what they're all really looking at was people, communities, and how you can improve everyone's day-to-day living. And so there's this concept of digital placemaking, so making better places with digital technology, and that's really where we've been focusing on. The other thing we learned was that actually all these organisations, whilst they really loved the concept and wanted to license it, they didn't want to build the software themselves. They're good at building physical assets, but not software. So we realised this needs to be an independent company that could, attract the investment and build a product that could then be taken to market. Around this sort of time, John and Pina got involved and loved the idea and had the skills to actually, create something tangible with the concept. So they came on board, set up the company, and then we went along to an entrepreneurs event with Set Squared, and 2-day event, pitch on the final day, and actually Joinmytown won that. So we were taken on to their incubation program. Unfortunately, the European funding ran out within about 3 months, I think it was. But fortunately, Adrian Brain, who you've just seen speaking, set up Route 21, and we all shifted over to Route 21. And they've really taken us through a really good process to explore our business. And one thing in particular is around customer discovery. And one of the things we learned was that, we shouldn't start with all the different subsectors of the the residential industry, and actually organisations like house builders, for example, are more focused on building houses as cheaply and quickly as possible, selling them quickly, and then banking the margin, the gain on that sale. Whereas our product was really much more focused on the long-term benefits associated with living in that property. So the part of the industry we've landed on is build to rent. So what is build to rent? So it's probably the biggest trend in residential property at the moment. It's still quite a small proportion of the industry. So last year, 10,000 houses or homes were built as build to rent, out of a total of about 180,000. But that's a 50% increase on the year before, so it's rapidly growing. And there's currently 113,000 build-to-rent homes in construction right now, and it's probably gone up since these figures were last calculated. Tenants love build-to-rent because it's a lifestyle rather than just a place to live. So they invest huge amounts of money in on-site gyms, restaurants, co-working spaces, things like that, and it's all professionally managed as well. So it's not 20 calls to your private landlord who gets builder bodger in to make cash of fixing something. It's all properly done, and then the build to rent owner operators love it because typically they get 11% rental premium and stable long-term yields. And really what drives all this is that you have institutional investors, pension funds, venture funds, and the like. They come in and they redevelop typically city centre locations, brownfield locations, and they're putting up hundreds of occupancies in one time, typically in a sort of high-rise apartment block. So so we think it's the right place to start for us, and we also think we're a great fit for build to rent as well, because we think we can help attract residents to the properties by helping justify that 11% rental premium, augmenting the gym facilities and other amenities that they offer, help you book them, and yeah, basically increase rental income for the operator. We think we can help them retain residents as well, because the social functions get everyone speaking to each other and building friendships. And if you're friends with people you live,
You've gone mute. You're back in.
right? Yeah, if everyone's friends in an apartment block, then they're less likely to leave. So you can avoid the lack of income that comes from void periods. And then finally, a lot of this is about automating back office processes with the AI assistant type functionality. So we can help them reduce operational expenditure whilst also actually improving customer service. So that all adds up to improved investment yields. And I'll just finish off by saying, you know, we've got big growth plans, looking to get to 10,000 installs by year 3, but we need some help. So we need some initial investment. John and Pina are working on this in their own time. We need to get them full time, get to minimum viable products, get that base foundation customer base there. And I think Neil from Laing O'Rourke's on the call, so shout out to him. Laing O'Rourke, for those who don't know, are one of the top modular construction outfits in the UK, and you know, very involved in the build to rent industry. And yeah, and we need a 2-year runway basically to get this to the first full round of investment. So we need that help. We're getting great help from Route 21, so thanks to them. This is the first time we've actually said anything publicly, I think. So thanks to Venturefest for inviting us along, and of course thanks to everyone who's spent the time listening today. So if you know anyone who knows anyone who has an interest in this field, please do get in contact. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you, Chris, and everyone on the call. You heard it there first. There's an idea that if you think you can get involved with it, jump on the chat now. Have a chat with Chris. I've got one question, Chris, but we've got to keep it brief. So, do you work for IBM or Joinmytown?
Yeah, I work for IBM, but you know, I help startups.
Is this part of an IBM program?
Well, we've done things like we've provided them with free platform for a year, so value of $10,000 of IBM cloud platform, and I'm from the industry as well, so I can help them connect with various organisations there, and we do some other similar work. A company out in Wales who do a AI solution for construction health and safety. But yeah.
Well, no, it's great to see IBM pop up on Venturefest. It's nice to see you guys there, and thank you for sharing your story. It's brilliant.
Thank you.
Please do also check out the website, where I think Chris is going to drop some content onto the Venturefest website as well, I hope, so that you can get in contact from there. Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.